So there's a lot of research around that suggests, and this is going to seem very obvious, that it's your dominant hand that communicates most with your brain to decide how the club and how you move the club around your body. Pretty straightforward when I heard that. So why am I telling you this if it's that obvious, and how is it going to help your golf? Well, two reasons. First of all, I find it strange in sports like golf and let's say cricket, where this, and I'm a right-handed person, I throw right-handed, I write right-handed, but this is considered right-handed. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because I've got an overlapping grip, and with that grip, my right hand is on the club quite lightly with 3 fingers and a bit of the thumb. That's it. My left hand, which has got the glove on, because I'm holding more of the club in my left hand, so it's on the club more, is arguably more important. So cricket the same as well. If I went cricket, which I've not done for a while, my right hand, and cricketers out there no more, my right hand is barely on that club. My left hand seems to be doing, in my opinion, which I'm not a cricket coach, seems to be more of the control. Now, could argue that all the fine feels of just turning the club or the bat face here could be done with that right hand, possibly, but the left hand certainly is on the club or the bat more. So maybe this shouldn't be right-handed. Maybe this should be right-sided. So just some terminology. But why is it important for your golf? Well, first of all, if I started golf again, I might, and like most people my age, we were just given your dad's clubs. My dad didn't really play, but he had a golf club, and it was a right-handed club. So I picked up and I hit with that. Now, if I started again, maybe I would play left-handed or left-sided, because then I could have my right hand in what is arguably the more important position. Now, assuming I could turn well that side, and because of football, I can certainly turn well this side and kick right-footed. I can kick left-footed, but not as strong. Now, presuming I could turn this way well, I might start golf again as a left-handed, left-sided player, because then my right hand would be more dominant. And things I've struggled with in the past, having enough shafting, let's say, maybe if I went left-handed, left-sided, I could control that a bit more. But I'm not. So why am I telling you this? Well, how it can help your golf. If, let's use this, you're struggling to get some sort of feel, and let's do something in the backswing like wrist position. So there's a lot of gadgets. This is Total Golf Trainer. You've got Watson hanger, anything really like that you can use. Let's put this on my left hand first of all. Now, let's say we're going to work on a flatter left wrist and we don't want to cup this left hand. Now, if I put this on my left hand and I think about controlling my left hand and I go to the top of the swing, yes, I can do that. Okay? But if it's not working for you or struggle to get there, you might have to change and use your dominant hand to think of a move that way. So something else quite classic would be trying to balance a tray on your right hand. Now, whether you're thinking about the right hand being palm up here, possibly, or the back of the left wrist being up at the sky, so flexing that left wrist more, whatever works for you, great. But bear in mind, if you're struggling with your non-dominant hand, try a drill that will give you the same position using your dominant hand. Okay, so let's do one going into impact. Let's change hands. Let's say I was struggling. Let's stick with the same thing, wrist position. So let's say I wanted to keep some flexion there and keep some flexion there. If it's on my left hand, which I've used before and I do like, or the hanger as well, which comes inside here, I could probably, and I can control that fairly well. But if you're struggling, and who was doing this the other day? Pete Lockett, I think. If you're struggling, you could go right hand with the same gadget. So it's going to look exactly the same, this going into impact. But rather than, I have to change that, rather than avoid this Total Trainer, if I can keep in contact with it, so my palm down at the ground now, that's the same position as having this left wrist flexed. So it is whatever works for you in the swing. But if you're struggling with something to do with your non-dominant hand, switch up the drills, speak to your coach, who will do it for you anyway if you are struggling. And you can work on something in your dominant hand. Now, I used to hold the club with interlock ages ago, and I felt my right hand was getting involved too much, and I wanted to go this way. I threw the club out. That's what I felt. So I took my right hand off the club more, went from interlocking to overlapping, and that for me felt as though less right hand on the club, so it didn't get involved as much. So maybe I could have kept my interlocking grip and used my dominant hand better in the swing. Where for me, back at this time, which was a while ago, I thought about trying to control it with my left hand a bit more. So it's whatever works for you, but bear in mind, if something isn't feeling great or you just can't do it because your left hand is your non-dominant hand and you can't get the feel as quickly, there's nothing wrong in doing something with your right dominant hand to try and create the same position that you're looking for in the other drill. So it is whatever works. It is very personal, but if something's not quite happening for you with the left hand, mix up the drill and get the feel. So if we are talking about that wrist position at the top, don't worry about the left wrist. Think about, right, where's my right wrist? So mixed up if it's not working. Any questions on drills, you can leave some comments down below. If you're not sure of what feel you should be looking for a move and how to translate that to a right-handed feel or vice versa, just let us know and get in touch. But I hope that helps. Hope it was a little bit useful. And yeah,